Okay, now I have to get a drink and then I'll come right back and I'm going to tell you. Oh, it's Dr. Pepper. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story, and it's every word of it is true. Okay, so in the 1960s, Sonny and I were very famous. And we were very famous, and then our career just took a nosedive, and we had no money and no job, and we owed the government $278,000. Like you do. And so Sutton said we have to do something different, and you're going to put on a dress, and I'm going to put on a tux, and we're going to play dinner theaters. And I thought, well, that sounds amazing. Limousines and velvet ropes and long gowns, but those chic places, they weren't where we played. We played kind of like bad vaudeville with hookers and strippers. Appalling. So the first place we played was it was called the Elmwood Casino in Windsor, Ontario, and oh, you don't know where that is? Okay, Windsor, bless your cotton socks. Okay, but we played 2 shows a night, and the dinner show wasn't that bad. Because the people were eating, and there was like, eating, oh my God, they suck, eating. But the midnight show was, that was a completely different thing. Because when the 4 people showed up, they already hated us. And I always thought, I really did think this, I thought the drunker they got, the more talented we would seem. They were drunk on their ass and they hated us, so it's like, okay. So one night I got really angry, and I turned my back on them, and I started to make the band laugh, and Sonny thought that was hysterical, and then we started to make each other laugh, and then, I don't know if you saw the Sonny and Cher show. So those monologues that you saw were things we made up in those horrible places. So anyway, one night, when Sonny and I split up, I wanted to still be able to talk to the audience. So one night I thought that it might be fun, and it actually has turned out to be quite fun. What a good girl I am. Because people seem to really like it. And so it's the story of the 2 nights it took me to turn 40. By Cher. Okay, it was the night of May 19th. I was in New York at my favorite club, Heartbreak, with my best friend, Paulette, and we were sitting on these, you know how banquettes, they kind of go round like that, and then there's a table, and these were leather, and you're probably not interested. And anyway, they were red leather, and we were kind of perched on them. You could sit, but we wanted to be perched. And my dress was up to here, and my top was down to there, and all I could think about was, oh my God, you're 40 and you're still so hot. I was a very superficial 40. And also, I was just about to make Moonstruck with Nicky Cage. I was 40 and Nikki was 21, and I looked better than he. Just saying, Nikki. But okay, so Polly and I are sitting there, and we're having a great time, and I'm having a beer. I don't drink, but I thought it'd be fun. Anyway, so we're looking around, and I'm thinking, you know, people are dancing, and I'm thinking, this is so fabulous. I'm 40 and I'm not sobbing. And so I turned to Polly, and I was thinking, and I thought, no, she's just gonna go, oh yeah, you're happy, whatever. So then I'm looking around, and then I see this, oh my God. And then I said, Paul, every woman's gonna understand this. I said, Polly, don't look now. But over my right shoulder is the cutest guy I've ever seen. And Paulette gets down off of our banquette and she goes, where? I don't see him. Oh, is that him? God, you're right, he is cute. So I hit her in the arm as hard as I could and she deserved it. Okay, well his name was Robert Camilletti and that's another story. So anyway, and we flirted all night long and we just never got together and it was a big mess and I got bored and I went home. And I was staying with my friend, my fabulous friend who owned a lovely hotel and he was letting me, it was a small hotel, but it's lovely, and he was letting me stay there. And he had just gotten out of, jail is the short time and prison is the long time. Yeah. He had just gotten out of prison. But a lovely man. So he had done tax evasion, like you do, and but he was fabulous. He owned Studio 54, and I loved him. Okay, so I go to sleep, dreaming sweet dreams of being 40 and fabulous. And in the morning, my telephone rang, and man said hello, and I said hello, and he said, "This is George Miller." And before I tell you the rest of the story, you just have to trust me and take my word for it. Do not clap, no matter what I say. Just, you'll understand. So George Miller was the director of Witches of Eastwick. But no clapping. Come on. Take direction. So he was that director. Anyway, so he said, hi, it's George. And I went, hey, hi, George. And he said, I just wanted to call you and tell you that I don't want you in my movie. And Jack and I, Nicholson, we don't think you're sexy and you're too old.
What?
Yes. Good morning, 40.
Oh, good morning.
So it was terrible, and tears were streaming down my cheeks, and it was going to be like my big movie break, which it turned out to be. And these tears were just like coming down my cheeks, like I don't even know what. And usually in Hollywood, if someone insults you, they hang up. But he's from Australia, and so he just didn't stop. You know, it's like, I don't like the way you walk, I don't like the way you talk, I don't like this, I don't like that. And I said, okay, look, motherfucker. I was nominated for Academy Award for Silkwood.
Yeah, you were!
I won Best Actress at the Cannes Film Festival for Mask. And you didn't find me under a bushel, so click.
Click.
Thank you. Anyway, the tears were still rolling, and I was brokenhearted, and I was sobbing, and then all of a sudden I thought, oh my gosh, these are fabulous tears. These are the tears you pray for as an actress. You don't have to make a squinchy face. You just stand there, lovely, like this. I did it one time in Moonstruck. It's like we were at the opera, and just one tear going down.
Perfect.
So okay, so anyway, so I'm thinking at that time, I'm heartbroken, but still I'm an actress. And so I'm thinking, oh my God, I hope this happens again at some other time that's more fortunate. And then I thought, if you tilt your head just like this, you kind of look like a Madonna. Not the one with the blonde hair. Really. So, and then I thought, Cher, you're crazy, and shut up and leave me alone. And I thought, I just lost the biggest break in my life, and you're worried about tears. So at that moment, my children come out with my cake, and they're singing, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear mom, happy birthday to you. And so they came out, and they're looking at me, and I'm sobbing. And And I'm sobbing. Anyway, so they say, Mom, what's the matter? What's the matter? And I went, well, sometimes when women get to be a certain age, they're very, very happy, well, they just cry from happiness. And they bought it. And I said, okay, take the cake and we'll eat it later. All right. Oh, hell, I forgot something. When I forget something, I always come here. All right, so my beautiful friend, my wonderful friend that owned the hotel, I owed him $28,000, and I didn't have it. Okay, I have one more that's bigger than that. You're just gonna have to trust me on this one, okay? It's gonna seem like I've lost my mind, but I haven't. Honestly, I haven't. So, well, not anymore, so that after you've ever known me to have it. Okay, from the beginning of the David Letterman show, they had always wanted me to come on it, and I had never wanted to, and now I'll go all the way here. Okay. So, 3 days before my birthday, they called and said, how would you like to spend your birthday with Dave? And I went, oh my God, that would be fabulous for $28,000. And they said, well, we don't do that. And I said, well, then neither do I.
Yeah!
So, click. And then about 20 minutes later, they said, okay, we'll do it.
Yeah!
And I was going like, cha-ching. So, but while we were on the telephone, the producer said, why haven't you ever wanted to do it before? You know, you could tell me. And so I said, well, Dave's very funny and he's smart and he's all of those things, but when he gets a guest on that he doesn't like, he can be kind of an asshole. And the producer agreed with me, and then we hung up. So the night of the big night, the night of my birthday, we were sitting here, sitting in this chair, and I was sitting in this chair, and we were facing each other, I think. And he was being funny, and I was being funny, and he was being funny, and I was being funnier. And then he said, so tell me, Cher, why haven't you ever wanted to come on my show? Yeah, and my head exploded. Because you couldn't say those words back then, okay? And I couldn't lie because then that would be a nightmare. Anyway, while my head is busy exploding, out of my mouth comes, because I thought you were an asshole. Yeah. And I was thinking I could stuff it back in. But no, that didn't work. So he said he was traumatized for 5 years. And knowing him, I believe it. So anyway, we became friends, and he's a nice guy, I like him. And on my birthday, he sends me cards. And on my last birthday, he sent me a beautiful card, like those satiny kind for old ladies, but it was still nice. And he wrote a lovely sentiment in script, and script is something we used to do. And it's curly, and you do it on paper. But you don't need it, so I'm not gonna go on. All right, so, but at the bottom of this beautiful card with script, it said, P.S. My mom always liked Sunny best. So I think he's harboring. Well, okay, that was then I was 40, and this is now, and I'm definitely not. And I always hate to tell people how old I am, because then everybody claps, and I don't understand why. And it makes me feel stupid and happy at the same time. Okay. So now I'm 72!
Yeah!
Clapping. Yeah. You're just like, well, this sounds good. I don't know. I just can't figure it out. All right, but before before we start our extravaganza, I just have one thing to say to you, and that is, what's your granny doing tonight?
Yeah!